All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
So, brothers, a great millstone in the Wellness Camp. Coming at you with a quick lesson. Before we get started, we want to give our praises, glory, infinite honors unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kabadash.
The bonds to the apostles and the elders of great millstone. Talk is true and rule well in peace. Blessings, salutations be to the hopeful elect, as well as those that believe in the gospel. And may you endure to the end, Lord willing. All right, and as many titles or lessons come about, all right, with brothers, this one stems from a long, me and these brothers just breaking bread, and I kind of just came to the conclusion, that our people, all right, just love to be immersed in debt, all right. Give me that. Matter of fact, start me with that one in Proverbs. I think it's Proverbs 8. They say, all that hate me love debt, and we're going to explain to you, all right, what debt is. All right, not literally, but metaphorically speaking, when it's filtered throughout the scriptures, man. You got it?
Yep. I actually start at verse 35.
Okay.
Proverbs 8:35. It says, "For whoso findeth me findeth life, and shall obtain favor of the Lord Yahweh."
Right. Who? Finding the spirit, right? Finding the wisdom and knowledge of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. That unction that has to be given to you by Yahushua. You see? That's how you find life, all right? Give me that in Baruch 4:1. Go ahead.
Verse 36, "But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul."
Right, so when you go off from the laws, the statutes, commandments, and the things that the Lord told us to do, all right, for our benefit, okay, you're wronging your own soul, okay? You're doing that was contrary, all right, to bettering your body, all right? Whether it goes into the dietary law, all right? Whether it goes into even the Shabbat, man, all of these things help you. What it said, that last part?
It says, "And shall obtain favor of the Lord."
Keep going.
It says, verse 35, "For whoso findeth me findeth life."
Yeah, and that all of those things are part of finding life, all right? What's living is what? With the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, But keep going.
"But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. All they that hate me love debt."
Right. And every, single Negro, Latino, all right, Native American that doesn't come and try their best, all right, brings it to their best ability, okay, to serve Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, to keep the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of their ability. They're loving the ways of debt, man, all right? Because the world out here is nothing but debt, all right? The air, the water, the food, the people, okay? Like it says in Sirach, the 10th chapter, as the king, so is the people. You see? And the king, all right, of the earth right now, he loves debt, man.
Yep. Yeah, he's forward in debt.
Yeah.
So that's why our people are occupied in debt. Like these, it's the holidays. They got the parades and shit, Mardi Gras going on. Like the elder was just going into, like these people taking part in something in folly, and they truly don't know what they're taking part of. Going back to witchcraft and all sorts of kind of things. But that's what happens when you're in a congregation of the dead. And I got that scripture too.
Kind of had that one.
That's the book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 1. It says, "This is the book of the commandments of the Most High."
Right, and Baruch was the understudy of who? Jeremiah, man. All right? And Jeremiah was one of the most heavy prophets, all right, throughout the book. All right, most Jakes, I don't know not one person in their family who don't have a person in their family named Jeremiah, or Jeremy,
Or you gonna know one
if it ain't in your family, like the brother said, you know one, man. All right? But read it again.
Verse 1 again. It says, "This is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endureth forever. All that keep it shall come to life."
Right, it said the law endure forever, okay? And that's ultimately why when we receive these new bodies, okay, we're going to have the laws, statutes, and commandments on our inward parts. Why? Because it's good, okay? All of these things are beneficial for us. All right, I tell you in Romans that the wages of sin is death.
Yep.
You see? And our people love the wages of sin, man. All right? They're immersed in it. You see? They're occupied in it. All right? Go ahead.
It says, but such as leave it shall die.
Right, and that's what has happened to Israel, all right, as a nation as a whole. All right, they're dead. You see? Now jump to Baruch 3 and 10. All right, and then we're gonna get that you got. We're gonna get that word occupy.
I got one too.
Okay.
This the book of Baruch, chapter 3, verse 10. It says, how happened it, Israel, that thou art in thine enemy's land, that thou art waxed old in a strange country, and that thou art defiled with the dead.
Right, so these are question marks, all right, before, all right, the 4th chapter, all right, this was written in the 3rd chapter, okay? Asking, how did this happen to Israel? You see? How? Why? Because you went off from the law, statutes, and commandments that was given unto us, all right? We all went off, okay? Before we were brought back in the truth, all right, into the knowledge and wisdom of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, we were in the same state as they were, okay? Immersed in wickedness, dead, you see? Totally departed from the books of the law, all right? Totally departed, all right, away from our power, you see? That's why I tell you in Judith that when Israel was at one with his power, it was nothing that nobody could do with us, man. You see? But in this captivity, this last captivity, we are further away from our power than we have ever been, all right? So that represents us being more dead than we have ever been, you see?
Hey, when you it tell you in Ecclesiastes 12 and 13, the whole duty of man is to serve the Lord and keep his commandments.
Yeah.
All right, so if you was an Israelite, that's what you were put on this earth to do. All right, but Jake ain't doing that. So you really dead. If you ain't anything that doesn't serve its purpose is better off dead.
Yeah.
That's like you having a tool, but the tool doesn't have, it's some kind of odd, strange tool. Well, it just nothing, you can't fit it on, it doesn't fix anything. It's better that you don't have it.
Yeah.
Right.
You got it.
They got more in here too.
In that Baruch?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just gonna explain what you were saying
Okay,
after that. It says, thou art counted with them that go down into the grave.
Right, and when this is talking about the heathen, okay? Because the heathen can't live, all right? Speaking metaphorically, spiritually, okay?
Right.
They were never given the law, statutes, and commandments, you see? So they can't live, they're dead, all right? Go ahead.
Yeah, but that point that you was making, which why are we in this state, right? Which is about to give you the answer. It says, thou hast forsaken the fountain of wisdom, for thou hast walked in the way. For if thou hast walked in the way of the Most High, thou should have dwelled in peace forever. So because we stirred away from, the our power, man, that's what put us in this predicament.
Yeah. They said we would have been at peace forever, you know? But get that word occupy, you got yours, right? You grab it.
Yeah, this is Proverbs 21 and 16. It says, the man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. Yeah, con. And the understanding, comes from Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. He gives us the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, which ultimately leads to life, right? And if you don't have that, you dead.
Hey man, you're dead spiritually, all right? And you ultimately gonna be dead physically. All right?
Because the spiritual is over the physical, over the carnal. All right, so if you spiritually dead, then there's just no hope for you physically.
Yep. This is real quick. This is Revelations chapter 11 verse 8. It says, "And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of that great city, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified." You see, in those dead bodies, they're talking about you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, chiefly, it's talking about you 2/3, man, here in America. All right, as it tells you in Zechariah 13, that they shall be cut off and die. All right, here in this land. You see? Why? Because you're just dead. All right, and this backs up what the brother was just saying. All right, wandering out of the way of understanding. All right, and the mass majority of you so-called Negroes, all right, Latinos and Native Americans have no understanding, man. All right? A lot of you know who you are. Now, you know that you're Israelites, all right? But you're still what? Occupied in debt, man. You know? And that great city is here in America, all right? Spiritually, what? Sodom and Egypt. You see, Egypt represents what? A house of bondage, right? Are we not in what they call it? Corporate slavery?
Yeah.
You see, Sodom, all right? It's nothing but sodomy here in America, okay? This is where our law was X'd out at, man, all right? But go ahead, bro.
Yeah, if I can say too, bro. Because the scriptures is an instruction manual on how to conduct yourselves in life, on how to live. All right, so when you do everything outside of that, the opposite of life is death. All right, the scriptures say, don't lie with another man, this and so on and so forth. All right, so anything outside of that is gonna lead. All right, so now when people do that, now what you got?
Right.
You got all kind of STDs and things. It just that comes from it. All right, so that's what happens when you don't take heed to the instructions of Yahweh Shimmy Hawashai. You'll end up killing yourself, man.
Yeah,
You got it.
especially with the dietary law.
Just finna
Oh,
say
God.
that, because that's the simplest thing you go to, right? Because these are things in which you're literally intaking in your body, things
Right.
that could either help or harm you. So, okay, the biggest thing, okay, that Jake like to indulge in is what? Pig, right? Which that's the most foulest, one of the most foulest creatures on the earth.
Yeah, especially the ingest.
Con. But the thing, like the elder was going into, those things bring forth all type of diseases, man. Okay, which leads to what? Death. But you got it.
Yeah, you got your precept. So
Come.
you have one, right?
Yeah.
Come on.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 4, verse 22.
I had that, yes.
It says, "For my people is foolish, they have not known me. They are sottish children, and they have none understanding."
Right. They don't have no understanding. Hey, man, the Lord called you sottish, man. All right? Well, ultimately, it means retarded. All right? Stupid. You see? He like, man, like, God damn, y'all fucking stupid, man. You know? Why? Because you don't have no understanding. All right? You totally wandered off from the past of our forefathers and our ancestors, man. All right? Jake not even a spiritual people no more. You know? Jake just want to be out here toting guns, all right? Smoking weed, rapping about the ops, all right? And many more ways of death, man. You know?
And repping areas where you a slave at.
Yeah.
How you claiming a tent wall, bro? You don't own. You don't even own anything.
Come
you
on,
don't own a apartment complex. You don't own a land, but you ready to kill somebody who look just like you over
So-called territory.
yeah, territory. Come on, man. It ain't even yours.
Yeah.
You a slave. It's crazy.
Yeah, like the elder always going to what a ward means, you know?
Yeah.
To be locked down, all right? You go to prison, they put you in the ward, man, all right? And you know, Jake glorified the project, you know? That was nothing but an experiment, you see? But this what you niggas is occupied in, man. You know? Go
But
ahead.
even with that, the prison system,
Yeah.
Jake is doing wicked shit in that, bro. They still occupied in wickedness in there,
In the prison.
in the prison, the actual prison. It says they are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge.
Yeah. Hey man, when it come to doing some wicked shit, you think of some off the wall wild shit, you know? Cause it's evil though, you know? But when it come to doing something righteous, your heart just not even towards it, you know?
Yeah, they don't want to hear that shit.
That was it?
Yeah, that was it.
You get that word occupied.
This that word occupy on the online etymology. It says to take possession of or retain, keep.
Right, and this is what our people are doing. They are taking possession of death, all right? Being spiritually dead, they've retained it, all right? They've kept it, passed it down from generation to generation to generation, man. You see? But that's what the Lord did, all right, to you 2/3 on purpose. You see? I got another lesson queued up on why the Lord not saving everybody. All right, because you same niggas, all right, that's occupied in debt with the same niggas that wanted to go back to Egypt after the deliverance, man.
Yeah.
You see?
The same niggas who was saying, give us
Barabbas.
Barabbas.
Yeah.
Yo, enemies of the cross.
That's it.
Because like you said, you brought up earlier, right? When we without power, nobody could be against us, right? So, bro, even as something that's as highly esteemed as us when we got saved out of Egypt, bro, okay? The Lord literally did the most
Miraculous.
yeah,
Yeah.
that you could ever think of, right?
Brother.
The only thing that's gonna top that is the deliverance now.
Yeah.
Right? So even after getting saved out of something as tremendous as that, Jake was still talking about going back.
What you, Lord, you brought us out here to kill us?
How?
I just split the Red Sea.
Like, bro,
What are you talking about?
you just
man?
watch me
man.
get rid of all your enemies behind you.
Literally.
And that was a mighty people. It wasn't like they was
Yeah.
just. Come on, man. Jake is just bugged out. They don't got no faith, bro. Got no faith.
Yeah, but Jake got faith in the streets though.
Yep.
Jake got faith in the toting the guns. All right. If you still selling drugs in 2026, brother, what are we doing, man?
Jake got faith in Esau, brother.
Jake got faith in fucking Esau, man. Putting your votes on DJ Trump, you know? And that shit don't mean nothing anyway. But Jake still going to the polls, pushing buttons, thinking that's gonna make a difference.
Yeah, and get mad at you if you don't do it.
Yeah. But that's why I tell you in Isaiah 30, you know, woe unto them that take counsel, but not of me.
Come.
Yep.
You see? That's ultimately, that's another way of choosing that, taking counsel, all right, from our enemies, man. All right? Instead of taking counsel from the men that the Lord has set up, instead of seeking out the Lord, you see? You taking counsel of the world, you see? And you wonder why we're waxing worse and worse and worse as a nation, all right? But as for the elect, we are waxing richer in the spirit, though. You see? Because it's going to be a brief moment. We're going to be out of here, man, you know? But that was good. They got more in that word.
That was pretty much the discussion.
I got one. This Hosea 4:6.
They got a little more.
Go ahead.
Get it right quick. It said to take up space or time, to hold, seize,
Hey,
take
Jake,
over.
Jake taking up space and time at the parades,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
But it's not anything righteous in it. Nothing righteous. Niggas out there looking to commit adultery and to kill each other.
Yeah.
That's it, bro. That's it.
Why is it
standing
do
there.
evil, brother?
They standing there catching beads, and
Yeah.
the floats got all kind of
Demonic
decorations
shit.
going back to demonic shit and witchcraft and all type of shit. But they taking up space and time at that shit. They don't take up space and time to come out on the block and listen to what the men of the law gotta say to them, bro.
Yeah.
Because that's what we doing right now.
Yeah.
We out here doing this, right? And 2/3 of our people is out there doing that right
Yeah.
now as we speak.
Yeah.
Hey, that's why the apostles say they should have a camp on every block,
Every block.
every
It's a
single
million
block,
fucking
bro.
Camps, man.
But they don't. They fan the hand at the men of the Lord.
Yeah.
Bro, it's a whole fucking trend out here going around by how they waiting, preparing themselves to do wickedly at the parades, bro.
Yeah. Talk
This
about what I'm about to do, this op, that
Yeah.
op, right?
Yeah.
You got these bitches out here calling themselves young hoes.
Yep.
You know, you got the niggas calling themselves young niggas. Hey man, this we gonna get your precept. We gonna end it off in that one in Acts, and they say, "Save yourselves from this untoward generation."
Uh-huh.
You know, but go ahead, bro.
Y'all read Baruch 4:26?
We ain't read 26.
Oh, God.
We just got one.
Yeah, this Hosea 4:6. It says, "My people are destroyed
For a lack
for
of
lack
knowledge.
of knowledge.
Absolutely.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. That thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children." And our people are destroyed. Just look at them today. Just look at them. Our people are destroyed completely, spiritually, physically, on every level and every aspect of life, we're destroyed as a nation.
But they occupied in it though.
Yeah.
They're keeping those ways. It's nothing that Jake is seeking out to try to change that.
Right.
You know, Jake think going to the gym, gonna make that better. You know,
Nah, bro.
it'll help. He said the scripture said profit little, right?
But it was talking about according to comparing it to wisdom.
Yeah.
So it actually profits you a lot, but nothing can compare to the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
Right.
Clearly.
That's why I tell you, with all that get understanding.
Bro.
Wisdom is the principal thing. You see? But if you can't get it, man, you're gonna be destroyed then.
Yep.
You know? Come on.
Yeah, it says at the latter end, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children. And Yahweh Shem Yahushai, he's forgotten as generation and generation and generation has passed on. He's more and more forgotten, you know, the children of Israel. He's looking away. We're not perpetually destroyed. It ain't gonna be like this forever. But he put us to the side for right now as a nation. You can't even much look at us. He forgot us. He put all the curses on us. And that's why we destroyed as a nation right now, man. Because we went against the laws of our power. You got it.
Which is why he have to come back this time again. Okay, because that's the only way that it's gonna fix this at this point. It's too far gone. You have something else?
You can go ahead. I was about to look at that Baruch, but
See something else?
yeah, I gotta get that. This is Baruch 4:26. It says, "My delicate ones have gone rough ways, and were taken away as a flock caught of the enemies." And the delicate ones, that's the that's the elect, but Israel in general. Israel is the apple of the most high high eyes, man. Israel. But as a nation, Israel has went through rough ways. Went down from being as gods, Psalms 82:6, all the way down to the under the basis of men, man.
That's why I tell you in the Lamentations, though.
Yeah.
All these nations that hiss at us, they clap their hands, is this the city? This is what they call the perfection of beauty. That's how they are looking at us now. Why? Because of how low we are. You see? You got it.
That's right on point, bro.
That was it?
Yeah.
We ended off with that.
This is the book of Acts, chapter 2, verse 40. It says, "And with many other words did he testify and exhort, saying, save yourselves from this untoward generation."
Yeah, man. So it's up to you. It's up to the Lord ultimately. All right, He's gonna feed you the path. He's gonna direct the paths, but it's ultimately up to you to want to do it, right? You have to save yourself from this generation. You see, because nobody else ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, that's why what we doing, working out our own salvation with fear and trembling. Okay, because we know, all we doing out here is getting the blood off our hands.
Yeah.
Okay, telling Jake, you're an Israelite, right? Bringing them back to our power, man. But it's like you said, it's up to them, right? To take heed.
That's why we ain't gonna perish with them, because we not wandering out of the way of understanding. We're actually practicing the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
That's right.
We wearing out the doorsteps of the men that came before us, man, for the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the Lord, man.
Right.
That's why we ain't gonna have the same judgment as these people. We're living.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, the same way they're occupied in death, we're occupied in life.
That's right, brother. That'll be a part 2. So that's pretty much it, man. Your brothers, many points on me.
That was it.
Yeah, man. So with that, we're gonna give our praises, glory, and honors to Yahweh.
By Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Kakadash.
Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, Abarakium, Elabakarium. Shalom.
Shalom.